Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, heading down the dry cow lot. Feed the dry cows with the TMR. Got about 5,000 pounds in here. Moved a bunch of heifers out of the heifer barn down here. And got another bull, put another bull in the pasture field out here, up behind my house. But once we get them fed, I want to show you a tractor we're putting up for sale. John Deere 7210. Bought it, kind of similar to when we bought our choppers 15 years ago. Bought that, then the 7720 came up the following month. We didn't realize we bought that too. Ran the newer one, kept the 7210 as backup. It's been going on a year now, so I think it's time to just let it go and get that money back in the flow of the operation of things. It's too expensive to just be sitting there. So I'm going to show you that, putting that up for sale, $40,000. And we got lots of other things we're going to get into. So let's get them fed and we'll do a walk around. Let's go. Okay guys, mission accomplished. Here's your alfalfa, back 40 behind the farm. That's your fourth cutting. Not a lot of rain at all, but heavy dew every morning this week. Not as bad this morning, but shoot, yesterday it wasn't even really safe to me driving down the road. I got a small patch of road I gotta get to the dry cow lot. I had my front headlights on, but there's no tail lights on this thing, but nonetheless we made it. So the heavy dew has been helping this hay out, no doubt about it. We're gonna get a fourth, that's for sure. Not a bunch, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Had some guys ask how long it takes to get down there and feed the dry cows with the mixer and get back. It's roughly 20-25 minutes. A lot less than I thought it would be. Just the delivery on this thing so quick. And they're getting a balanced diet now. I got their mineral mix right in there. So when the cows have been calving lately, in the last month or so, they've all been cleaning. Afterbirth's been coming out. When that afterbirth doesn't come out, it sets the cow back big time. On my way up every day, I drop them heifers and chocolate thunder, a little over 1,000 pounds every morning. Mineral, orange silage, haylage. That pasture got eaten down pretty good. They've really been filling out with that good feed. All right, y'all, here's the John Deere 7210 I'm gonna put up for sale. Think about putting it on Facebook Marketplace. That's always a lot of people on there. Good tires, a little bit of dry cracked on the outside, but these are Michelins. Bladed a lot of snow, bladed the yard with it quite a bit. Like I said, once we got to 7720, we didn't need it, but clean tractor, good rubber, good interior. Look at that seat, look at that headliner. Quad range, it's got 6,950 hours, so under 7,000 for a tractor this year, I think it's pretty darn good. I mean, that's 7720, I think's got them amount of hours on it. But comes with a quick hitch, dual remotes. I used it for a little bit of square baling actually this year. I didn't show you that. Greg was square baling with it, and I rolled some soybeans. But we like tractors with duals. These are axle duals. So this is the, you know, some of these tractors didn't come with axle duals, and we're going to leave their front weights on it. It's not a full set, but better than nothing. Especially if you got this in a hayfield, you want that front end weighted down. But fresh oil change, been good to us. I know it'll make someone a good tractor. Strikes right up. I mean, we could actually fire it up. Yeah, I'll get in here. Oh, and one other thing I failed to mention, the air works in this, which is a major plus in a tractor like this. Oh, but the radio glitches in and out. It lights up and everything, but maybe it's something with the speakers. But yeah, she rumbles. Yeah, let's show the hours when I turn the key on. Yeah, 69:37. But that's your tractor. We got to get rolling, but thought I'd show it to you. If anybody's looking for a good tractor, there's not a lot of these sitting around. If it's good, it'll be gone, so I'm sure someone will be messaging me shortly on it. Guys, next on the agenda, moving straw round bales off the field for our heifer pens to be bedded. We're gonna stack them right here. Oh, and you see this older New Holland skid steer? I'll tell you about that after we unload a wagon. There's a couple loads unloaded. Yeah, that's what happens to them when you store them outside. Baled a whole ton last year, a bunch of them. Quite a bit of carryover. Don't necessarily need that much carryover, but we didn't, you know, we got a little carried away. We're putting half outside this year. The other half's going in the building where we used to keep our second cutting hay. We used to bale our second cutting prime alfalfa and then trickle a round bale in to the barnyards. If you guys have been watching the channel long enough, that's how we did it. Now that we switched to all bags, we're chopping first, second, third, fourth cutting. Really just simplified it. Didn't have to, you know, try to get second cutting dry. It was kind of a pain. And then I took up a bunch of barn space. So now I got a whole shed. Now one of them bays I put my ground corn in. You've seen that. We built a bunker. But the rest of it, we've got equipment stored in there now, but we're going to pull them tractors out. And I'm going to keep most of my straw in there. For the time being. You keep them inside, they're like the day they were baled. You stack them outside, they get weathered up here in Michigan for sure. Heifer barns, you see these curbs and these steel railings we put up, these mangers? Well, when we first built the barn, it was just posts, wood telephone poles we'd get and rough sawn lumber. Since then we poured the posts. It just helps them from pulling the hay in, because that floor there's about 4 inches lower than here. And it gives them the right height. See, we got a heifer here with horns. We must have missed her. We got to get her to horn. Everybody else is, at this age, they're already horned. But anyway, this barn's done with the mangers. We called our concrete buddies to put the curbs in, and Greg puts the steel beam pipes in, and it's kind of got to be a complete process. But this third barn, there was one side that needed to be done, and that's where we kicked about 25 heifers out down the dry cow lot I was telling you about. Brought another bull down there. They're breeding age. Well, this side's been done, and it worked out real well for us. So the boys gutted this whole manger out. Greg, Mark, Jack, and Nolan. I was busy doing other things, and they completely wiped it out. Now they'll reuse these holes with steel posts, and he'll basically build an identical rail just like that. They'll leave a center, put a center gate in the middle for moving them around, moving them over. But that's how we're doing it here. And my ultimate goal is, because we made this alley wider, is feed these with the mixer. We're probably a year or two out, but that doorway is gonna have to be raised. You know, that would fit. I already had the mixer in here one time. I was just parked it in here. So you pull in here, feed them with the mixer. I'll have to do something with these water tanks. And there's a hydrant here, so this will probably have to be widened. My thought is just come in here, cut this down. You could almost do like a little cul-de-sac back here, you know, gravel real hard, feed, and then make a big loop, come back, feed the other side right along down the line. So that's, you know, I'll have to put up extra haylage, corn silage, and maybe you give them a little mineral. And because right now, a lot of dry hay. I do dump them off some TMR in the front there, and I scoop it in with the skid steer. But if I get set up to just drive in here with the mixer and lay it in there, it's just a direct shot, and it's just a lot more efficient, opposed to what I'm kind of doing now. I'll dump a pile there, and then I'll have to scoop it in. But yeah, this would have to be raised up, that opening be widened, raised up, and do something to be able to turn around out there, or something in that fashion. Because I'll dump this side first, go right around, dump this side, done. You'd have another 50 head fed in a matter of not very long. And then it'll just fill them up better, and they'll grow a little faster. But look how they tied this corner in. I mean, that's just a solid curb. They'll probably do something very similar to here, so you'll have this area for like a little miniature tack room. Yeah, that's a wide curb. We'll get our buddies, our concrete buddies, that's what they do. And yeah, because you can see that's a good 4 inches lower than up here. This is that barn I was talking about when I was unloading them straw bales in the back. We got first cutting, really soft, good hay here. Yeah, the cows got out the other day and busted this bale. This is soft first cutting. We trickle that into the baby calves. Instead of putting up square bales anymore of hay, he'll just put a round bale in there, and that stuff just peels right off like butter, and that's how he feeds them. Well, we need about, that's a little too much, but you know, too much is better than too little. From here on out, I'm gonna put straw bales in here. Avoid them getting all wet and decaying and brittle. You got the weight here. I've been storing equipment in here, but this was Dad's first machine shed, you know, back in 1989. And it's evolved. It was full of hay before. Now we're gonna put straw, and I got my bunker here for my grain. That's worked out well. I've had a lot of guys say about feeding straw or dry hay, mixing it in your TMR. I'm gonna do some more checking on that. Oh, we're starting to get a rain sprinkle. That's a good thing. We've been extremely dry. But if you started incorporating hay, I would need it to be busted up. I was thinking that you could put another bay on here, and this with blocks, and you could put your straw or hay, and you go in and scoop it up and incorporate that into your TMR. Cover this one up with gravel, the other two with tires. Well, there it is. Very cool inside there. I get digging in there, it's cool. No mold to the naked eye. Yeah, the gravel's nice because it's heavy and it keeps it sealed up. And then when you pull it back, you're adding gravel to your pad. Drawback is it's kind of a mess. I had some viewers tell me to use tires. I had some tires left over, not a lot left around here. But I ended up doing that with these bags, and it's going to be a lot cleaner of a unravel, but not bad. grip on that one. Good stuff. Be it for my first mix. 2 buckets out of there, probably 2 or 3 buckets of the original first cutting from last year. Ease it in every day for the next week or 2. All right, here's your end product. Got rid of that bag. Got my hay bag opened up. These are just all the hay I've got right now. And this was last year's corn silage. Once she's gone, I got the one far way over. I mean, you think we put that stuff up green? She's still oozing juice. And where I had that hole in the bag, it's still juice in there. But that works out pretty good. I'll come in here now with the 40-20 gasser back blade and I'll blade all this out. And you know, that's the natural drain. All the bags flow and they go right into that field. So that's just kind of high here. Laid a bunch of gravel in there. I could use some more gravel in here. It's not too bad, but once it starts raining, snowing, melting, this is where it all goes. So we got to keep this pitched and working correctly or you're going to have a bad day. Your new mix starting tonight. 2 types of haylage. One haylage from 14 months ago and one haylage from 2.5 months ago. So about a year apart on 2 haylage. Corn silage from over not quite a year ago, and your ground corn mixed with mineral and salt. Let her mix up for another minute or 2 and be good to go. All right, guys, on that note, we've got a retirement party I'm hosting for my in-laws. My wife and I, her parents are retiring. I'm going to have a bunch of people in their mid to upper 60s and her grandparents who are 88 over at my place. I'll give you a little clip of us welcoming them in. A surprise party. I don't know how many kids throw their parents a retirement party, but I thought it was kind of nice. He had 3 daughters. They did, and they do, and we all kind of pitched in, and they had it at my place because I got a good barn for it. and I'll show you the surprise. Let's go. All right, y'all, next day, that was the surprise. They come walking through that door. They had about 50, 60 people here. Had this made. Happy retirement, Mike and Colleen. Happy retirement. Yeah, it was kind of funny. Right after that happened, we had the food all ready, but it was hot in here, but we wanted to keep it shut up so it'd be surprised. So I opened up these doors last night, and look, we just got a shower. Just what the doctor ordered. But anyway, everybody finally went outside, you know, because they were kind of hiding in there waiting for him. We said we were having a little kid's birthday party. Yeah, it's kind of drizzling right now. Said we were having a birthday party for my daughter. Anyway, everybody's surprised. Open this up, and all the heifers and chocolate thunder, they all came up this fence. So like half the people, you know, they're not used to being around cattle or farms. They all came out here, and it was like a sight to behold. They're like, wow. Feeding them. I got some apples falling from them trees, and I was ripping some branches off that the kids do. And they got to be up close and personal with all the heifers, and it was a good experience, and made me realize that could be another side business. Have people over and charge them to see the cows and pet the cows and dish them out some ice cream. And really, that's the first thing that popped in my mind. I was like, wow, look at the way these people are interacting with these cattle. They're just, if you're not used to it, you know, and they're pretty calm and nice. And Chocolate Thunder was on his best behavior. But guys, hope you liked the video. More to come. I'll get that Austin, Texas video put together as soon as I can, and you'll see some Southwest action. So see you next video. Take care. God bless.